All right. Here we go. All right. And we are live with Laurie Gregg. So excited to be chatting with you, Laurie. We just decided to hop on, which
Yes.
is, oh, here's the cool thing. The thing about Facebook is obviously it starts before you even know it. That's why I like doing the Zoom live. Um, Sometimes you don't know when it actually starts, so it started a little bit ahead. And so there's a little bit of a delay. Hopefully you guys can hear us. But here I am with my dear friend Laurie Gregg, who is not only and she and I meet at after a Tony Robbins event. I'm thinking we're going on 2 years. We went in 2017 and met at a Date with Destiny meetup group in New York City, right, Laura?
Yes, exactly.
First Date with Destiny, and we became close friends. And I just love this community of people like who are always wanting to learn and grow and be better, do better, share their talents out in the world so that it helps to elevate humanity. And Laurie, when I first talked to her, she said, well, I'm psychic. I am a psychic. Like that's what I do for a living. And I was like, oh my God, you are kidding me. That's so cool. That is just so cool. Um, I love that sort of thing. I told her because I always connected with psychics since my daughter died. It was something that was actually important to me because I had mediums in my life and psychics that I had sought for guidance for connecting with my daughter. And it's something I truly believe in that allowed me to bridge my human self with the connections that I wanted with spirit that I couldn't personally get in touch with myself. I know we're all psychic, but Laurie's had that gift. So Laurie, why don't you let's chat a little bit about that because we won't be very long. We're just going to chat for 15 minutes or so about even under that about a little bit about what it's like to be psychic. And then we'll talk about what we're doing for the opportunity for more people to come and meet you and get guidance from you because you tell people about like who you connect with, how you connect, and what it's like for you being a psychic. And also Laurie let's talk about who how you've used this in the world. You can tell us, where,
Okay.
yeah, tell us about, where you've been featured. And I know you've been doing this for many, many, many years.
And thank goodness I've been doing this for about 20 years now. So I'm so lucky. I was actually commissioned by the British government right after September 11th. And I I hear everything. So I don't even have to figure out a picture. I hear it word for word. Then I just share it word for word. That's why I feel like I get the better jobs. So it was my job to scope out and discover the terrorist attacks. And that was for here and for London, here in New York City. So I did that for 6 months right after September 11th. And that wasn't the funnest job, no. But I felt like it was giving me such a purpose to be able to point out this one's going to be under Macy's. This guy's going to be in the subway here. This guy will be, it's funny, they were all on the trains in London and in New York.
Wow.
But I will say I had a lot more fun working with the professional athletic teams.
Ah,
And I mean, I was even called, I take it as my biggest compliment, a voodoo queen by Steinbrenner. So he didn't mean it as a compliment, I will say that. But, um, but I have definitely done readings for football teams, for baseball teams, for and that's more fun for me. I love to scope out people. And what do I mean scope it out? That's
yeah.
the big part of my business. People call me like, should I go on a date with John Doe? And John Doe can present himself really well at his company. How is he going to be around the person I'm reading for?
Hmm.
So, like I said, that's a huge part. So people call me when they're going on job interviews, when they're going to go meet their new mother-in-law, things like that. People usually call me for businesses. I was called the Entrepreneur's Oracle for a long time because that's what I focused on way back then, getting people's businesses rolling. And, once again, it's not me in the least. I don't know diddly squat about all of this. Thank goodness all of the angels know that they can come communicate with me.
Yeah.
And I hear it word for word. So I share it word for word, whether I agree or not, because they're always right. And, who knows with me.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of fun I'm really the middleman
Right.
between the heavens and the humans.
That's amazing. And that is called a
I'm a
clairsentient.
clairaudient, like
Clairaudient.
audient, I hear, clairaudient. Yes, yes.
That makes sense. Okay. That's amazing. Word for word, right? So you just channel it. You channel it right through.
Right through. Yes.
And have you always heard it word for word? You developed this, I mean, for in your 20s, or did you wait, did you have it as a
I
child?
No, I did not have it as a child. I actually went to psychic school for 4 years. My
Wow.
mother was so upset with me. She's like, "You could go to med school in 4 years. You go to psychic school?" She thought I had lost my mind. And thank goodness it's us weird ones who make a difference in the world. I did lose my mind.
Yeah, look at the difference you made. So that is incredible. So you were able to help them find people after 9/11. That
Yes, yes.
um,
Find the terrorists who were going to keep doing the horrible things.
gosh.
And I will say, you ask, when did it hit me? And I tell everybody's like, how can I develop my psychic ability? Don't do it the way I did it. That's not how I was directed by the angels to get pregnant. And the second I was pregnant, those voices were clear as a bell.
Oh my.
So my lovely son, who is 19 now, um, he really honed it in for me.
Oh, I
Um,
bet he did.
yeah, I'm
But
so thankful for Quinn.
yeah, wow, I bet he has the gift too. Does he?
Yes, he definitely does. Yes.
If it was part of his birth, I bet he's got it. So, and I've had the privilege of meeting him. I know he's an amazing kid. So old and
Thanks.
not a kid, but
Yeah,
young.
he's 19 now. So, yes.
Um, so okay, really amazing. I know that your gifts have brought me a lot of, comfort, and I hear what you're saying about people will come to you when they want to, so they ask you questions like, what is it? What do I need to do in order to make it a good relationship with my mother-in-law or a good impression? Like, what kind of things would somebody coming to you ask?
Well, people usually say, I would want to talk to you about my business, my career. It always gets down to love life at the end of the reading. Always. And I don't care if I'm talking to a woman or a man. And because everybody's looking for Mr. Right. And then somebody's like, well, I just started dating John Doe. And I want to find out, how does John Doe connect to, if I was reading for you, Gina, how would John Doe connect to you? So, and that's your angelic guides that give me that information. So
Ah,
they give me a feel for whoever I'm checking out. And that way it's like a validation, like you'll know, oh yeah, that's John Doe. Yeah. Um, and then they'll give me the information about, well, if you really want him, be a little more like this or like that. But they say, but think twice. Do you really want him?
yeah,
And
yeah.
they never flat out say, no, no. Well, no, I've had it a couple of times where like, no, 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 he's going to beat you up. I had that twice.
Oh my.
So, and so, but still, people have a hard time letting go, and people are like, no, he would never do that, or she would never do that.
Right,
The
right.
angels are right all of the time. They're all, but they'll tell you different ways to go about dealing with the person in your life, whether that's a new boyfriend or girlfriend, or a new boss,
Or
or mother-in-law.
yeah, and I bet you had people come to you with tough questions like, I mean, I wish I knew you when I was, 10 years past getting my divorce, and I could have come and had that. I did go to lots of different psychics, and I will tell you, over some years, there were some people, I would get this message: you have to take action, Gina. You have to take action, Gina. You have to take action, Gina. That was what I would always get. And I was like, okay, but take action means, you know, go to a new therapist, or go or do some, fix, do everything you can to fix the marriage, which I thought I was doing, but you can't change what other people do. And so that I kept
No,
thinking, anyway, it was that I needed to take
I
action.
will say the angels will give you guidance. They will not do the work for you, though. They just won't,
Like,
So
it's funny, I never actually asked you where I might meet the next person in my life, Laurie, but
that'll be our next talk. Cool.
I've been busy rebuilding my life, building a whole new life. I've been busy doing that since we
Right.
met. um, anyway, so it's so amazing and cool. And I've been really, it's funny now that I think about that, almost every single one said, take action, Gina, take action. And it took me like a long time to take that action. But, I had this different thought in my head that somehow I was going to save everything. Um, and that's okay, because I had to learn that lesson over and over until I took action.
It does seem like you are like the world savior, though. You are connecting so many people to everybody. So you are saving the world in your way. Yes, you
Oh,
are. You're good at that.
well, I meant, take action and leaving my marriage. But as far as my life rebuilding, when I started to have the calling that, okay, I actually, here's how we change the world, guys, is by being the best version of ourselves. And that's why we met at a Tony Robbins event, right? That's one of the steps we were taking in being the best
Right.
version of ourselves, and like building up the truth of who we really are, our authenticity, and being force for good. That you get that deep empowerment knowing that you are a force for good by just being your authentic self and sharing that out in the world, and believing in ourselves. And I started to hone in my own psychic abilities, i.e. listen to my intuition, i.e. listen to the voices that I was hearing going, okay, maybe that's what I actually am supposed to do, instead of self-doubt, which I had self-doubt for so long. um Powerful too. I really appreciated the guidance and the coaching that I had from different coaches, and including it, like different psychics, including you, and mediums. So thank you. So, so we've done some work together over the past year, which has been really great. We had an
Right.
incredible coaching program last year that was, from that we had really helped some people um, rise out of some victimhood, and make some, create boundaries, and that was awesome. So, and I'll never forget last year, and you go, it was early when we first started talking about, when I invited you, I said, hey, do you want to do a coaching program with me? And remember, we started talking. At that point, I was listening to, I was watching Bohemian Rhapsody like 3 times a day, listening to everything I was doing. It was on, singing like at the top of my lungs to every song, obsessed. And I remember we got on the phone and we started talking about doing this coaching program. And you go, I don't know why he's here, Gina, but Freddie Mercury is here. And I swear to God, I was like, are you kidding me right now? And you go, no, I don't think he's ever come before. I think you said I don't think he had come to you at that point.
You were
From,
the first one. He started coming in after you opened the door for him.
I
So
mean,
thank you.
I was like, wait, what? Like I literally had just turned off the movie or the music or something.
He knew
I,
you would listen to him. So
oh
of course.
God. I was like,
Yes.
are you Lori? I go, do you know how obsessed I am with that movie? And you were like, no. And, because we hadn't chatted yet for a while. And I was like, you don't even understand. I'm totally obsessed. So that's when I knew that was a message. Like it was alignment for you and me to work together. And
Thank you, Freddie.
it was so fun. It was really
Yes.
fun. And I was like, wait. Anyway, and it just led to great things. And so I think it's amazing. And now we're doing this incredible. We had a really fun call last week where it was me and you and your friend Glenn, who now was my friend, Glenn, your medium friend that became my medium friend. That we're all like doing these cool things together, and
Yes.
on our own too. So, we had our medium party last week, medium slash psychic, group call that was filled and had some awesome messages for people. And now you and I have just our psychic party, which we then had one on last Saturday night.
That
And
was great.
fun.
Yes.
Oh my God, we had almost 20 people. Everybody got a reading. Everyone got like different messages from angels, from archangels. I don't think any Freddie Mercury's came up, but I know when a lot of times when you've channeled Jesus for me, and that was cool because he came through for Laura, for one of the people on the call, and that was really powerful for her.
Yeah.
Really, that was like, and she was like amazing, grateful, very grateful, because she felt that she had been connecting to him recently and asking him for answers and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, that like you were right on target. And so I think you were right on target. It was really powerful for everybody. It was also fun. It was also fun because we had lots of laughs and they can be funny, and
Yeah, we
bring.
had laughs, we had music, we had fun. And
So that's why we decided we're going to keep doing this on Saturday nights, at least for a while people are, while we're sort of homebound, although the beaches are opening up, but like half capacity, it's going to be really weird and different. So we don't know what will be. I mean, I know you have some ideas. We won't go into all that, but
yeah,
what we do know is that we want to keep bringing. For me, it was healing. That's what I know. For me,
great.
I was like bridging the psychic work, the medium work in my life with the human work that I was doing has been so powerful for me, um, to move forward, to become what I'm becoming, right? Who I am,
Great.
and
Right.
um,
Yeah.
and who I'm able to help and to elevate and celebrate in this world so that I can be the force for good. So I want to bring that to more people. And that is why we are doing these amazing group sessions. So on Zoom, we have these group sessions. I know there's like messages coming through, but hold on, I'm going to go into Facebook. Um, let's see if I can share. Oh, Lorelai came in. Yes. Okay.
Hey,
So
Lorelai.
lots of people watching. We have Keisha, Lorelai, my friend Steve Chinin. Oh, thanks, Steve. I do get really excited to talk about this. You know why? It changed my life. It changed everything for me. So I feel it's really powerful to start to bring this to people more and more who might not, and that you can get a little taste of it. In our group sessions. So I can only see some of the comments, guys. So I want to say there's Lorelai. Lorelai, we were talking about you. You had the gift twice with Laurie of having Jesus come through Laurie to you. And right, Laurie, and I hope it's okay that we share that, Lorelai, but I know it was really powerful for you. Lorelai wants to know who her soulmate is. Well, Lorelai, maybe you'll join us again tomorrow night. I can see Mary Lynn is here. Yeah, it's super fun. It's fun and it's also helpful, guys. So I can't see all the comments. I'm so sorry. That's why Zoom. I
Come
can't.
play with us on Saturday because I know some people get a little bit nervous to talk to me. The angels know how to word things beautifully so you can understand, so you can follow their guidance. And
Yeah,
sometimes it's fun to be with a whole big group where it is a party atmosphere and it's not like, oh, I'm about to hear from my angels and everything.
yeah, it's not weird.
Come
Like,
play. Come play. Yeah.
I'm trying to. Oh no, I'm trying to read the comments from my phone, but I can't. Sorry, guys. I want to. It's just I don't know if you can read them, but let's see if I can lower it and do it that way. But when I do Zoom, this is why I don't do Zoom so much, guys, because Zoom live, because I can't see the comments and I like to see the comments. Lori.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, will you share a little bit more about how it works on the party? I'll look up the comments. You look at you.
Okay. Yeah, I just looked at Glenn's here. Hi, Glenn. Hi, Glenn.
Um, okay. So
So
yeah, a little bit more.
for the party, I want everybody to be there like you're at a party. Because I was thinking, when do I have the most fun doing psychic work? It's always at weddings and at parties because everybody's got a drink in their hand, including me,
Right.
and snacks. And I'm a snacker. So
Oh,
you bring your spirits, you bring your snacks, and we're going to have the music, and everybody gets to ask whatever your question is.
yeah.
And I will read everybody on the call. So don't think like, oh, we'll see if she gets to me or not. I promise I will get to everybody. And it's the angels. You're opening yourself up for the angels to come in and help you with your question. There's no stupid questions. I do everything from the war and terrorism to do I wear the green or the pink shoes? So
Like,
anything in between is great.
yeah.
And if you want to ask about which shoes to wear, that's fine too. So
Yeah, it is. It is really fun. Lorelai's saying it's really fun. Can't wait. Oh, good. She looks like maybe she'll join us again. I don't want to look at my phone. I can't really read all the comments, so I'm not going to try anymore. Um,
okay,
it's just lots of people saying hi and how much fun it was and how,
cool.
getting guidance. Lorelai wants to still know who her soulmate is. So, the angels might guide us to it. I don't know. How does that work? Have you had people actually find their soulmate?
I get that question so often. And like I said, people will call for serious business advice, but it always just ends up to, who's my other half, who's my beloved. That's always, always.
Should I stay with
And
my half? Right?
the angels don't usually say, oh, it's John Brown. They don't usually give you a name. They usually give you something about his essence, something about, they'll give his physical looks too, though. So
Oh,
I don't know why. A lot of times they show me from the back, and I've always asked them, like, why don't you just give me a full frontal, I mean, from the neck up, a
yeah,
full frontal of who so and so is Mr. Right. And they're like, we don't want to mess up the game, the love life game,
right.
because remember, the first few months you're with somebody, oh, you're on your honeymoon period,
Yeah.
and it's so much fun. And if the angels already said no, we said it was John Brown, they'd be like, well, this is John Doe, not John Brown. This can't be him. And you won't get the fun
Right.
of that relationship. Now, they will come in and tell you, hurry up and run and get away if it's not the right person, or especially if you're going to get physically abused or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So, but, a lot of times they do have you actually step up,
Right.
but they'll give you hints. And I hate to say, not everybody's meant to have a mate. And they'll tell people that too.
Uh-oh. Do you want to tell me now?
No, no, I'm not saying you're one of those, Gina. No, no. So,
I know I'm meant to. He just has
yes.
to look like Bradley Cooper and have a really good fit body and big hair. I'll add some standard and is a heart of freaking gold. That's the key. Heart of gold, kind,
That's, and
success.
they usually want to make sure that whoever is asking this is ready for Mr. Right, because a lot of people ask and then they get flat out told, no, this is not your time. You need to do ABC first. And it's
Right.
not always what you would think, like, oh, go into your heart and discover yourself. A lot of times it's like, you started this business. We don't want you to be distracted. We want you to get into your business
Oh yeah.
without the distractions.
I know
So,
because I really haven't put any time or energy into
so
doing that work.
and I'm not trying to sneak information to you, Gina. It's just that's just an example.
I, but all of a sudden I'm feeling like, oh, I don't really ask you these questions.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
I
Yes.
know I have you and Glenn at my fingertips, and I haven't asked about myself, but that's okay. I'm very much glad to work with other people because I want people to be connected to these, to spirit, and I want to be the bridge for people to connect with this spirit world that you and Glenn are able to bring to them to make positive steps in their lives, and that's what it's about. So lots of really great chatter. I think so I'm going to put I'll put the information here. It basically is gonna work like you're gonna send a PayPal or Venmo to me. I haven't gotten. I'm working on we're working on a link, and I'm a little technologically challenged, so I'm gonna put a Venmo or PayPal. It's $33. It is limited, guys. We do limit the class so that everyone gets a chance. With Laurie, $33. Those are angel
I want
numbers.
to add something else to it. Because I said maybe I should just go privately to people to do their questions, and the angels were like, no, no, no. The way they deliver their answers is in a way that everybody listening will get something out of the answer. It'll be like, oh, I never thought about that. Oh, that applies to me too. So you don't just sit there scratching your nose while I'm reading for other people.
Oh no.
hopefully you can relate to whoever I'm talking to.
Oh my gosh, for sure. Absolutely. Every time. It's always like, okay, this is for everybody. Glenn yesterday on the medium call too. It's like, okay, this is for everybody to hear because that's what, you know, we know there's something really powerful and profound going on in humanity right now. Many
Exactly.
the message, right? That we have to slow down in life, that we have to clean up our waters, that we're the, like, I just got the chills because that's the, you know, the over for me, the overall message is pretty big as to what humanity needs to do on a full scale level. Um, but like, so simplifying that, right? On a group call, it might be some, you know, some group message, right? Or, you know, yesterday on the call, I'll just share this: two people who never ever met each other were told, had two angels or two loved ones, spirits come through separately that were together. And they said, you two have to talk to each other. You have got, there's a reason you two have to connect.
Wow.
And I cannot wait. I can't wait to hear what that brings to their lives, right? There's some reason every single thing happens in our life. Some reason every single person is brought to our life.
Exactly.
Every single person is a teacher. Every single step is a sign. Every step is a sign. Every sign is a
Every
step.
sign is a step. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
um, and it's been super powerful for me, and that's what I want for everybody. So I can't wait to see you guys on the call. We'll put the link in the chat, and yeah, so it starts tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Is there anything else you're being guided to say, Laura, before we hang up here for now?
Come to have some fun and get your questions answered.
Yeah, and please, guys, share this out. This is not just, this is why we need to share things on Facebook, because it helps people who might not have heard it before. So if you could share this, then it might allow somebody who needs to hear it and needs to be there to come in, right? So let's share this information, share the video, share it with your friends, bring your friends, and these are ways we impact the world by sharing the good things that make a difference for people in their lives. So
Yeah, if you think of it like you're going to a party, invite your buddies to the party, especially your buddies who may not be as open to this alternative way. That is just so beneficial. And a lot of times it's so much, I don't like to go to parties by myself. So I know, if my friend Susie's going to the party and she's like, oh, come to this party with me, I'll be like, oh, cool. Okay.
yeah,
So invite your friends to have some fun.
yes, have some fun, invite your friends, come join us. And yeah, of course, we're talking way longer than 15 minutes because I get so excited about this. I love it because it makes a difference. So I'll put the links in and you can choose Venmo or PayPal in the chat or in the description. And we'll see whoever joins us tomorrow night. Tell your
Yes.
And thanks so much. And then we also have Glenn's call next Thursday, which I'll just share with you. If you want to sign up for the medium call with Glenn, that is next Thursday. So just come to both because you get really powerful messages from your angels, from who knows if Freddie Mercury might show up or Elvis. You just don't know. And then the medium call is smaller group, a little bit more time because that people are really seeking to connect with specific loved ones a lot on those calls. So I invite you to both because they're really powerful and profound. And I'm going to tell you, I that is how I invested in myself for many years because
And I love Glenn. He's the medium I call, when I need guidance, from passed on loved ones. So
yeah,
yes, I recommend him highly, highly, highly.
I mean, I know I'm very thankful he came to join us on our open call.
Right.
Got to meet him and he's been like amazing. He's absolutely amazing. And they're both extremely gifted and very, very, very connected. And I like to bridge the gap for everybody. So that's my sort of role here and bringing us all together for this kind of this way of stepping into who you really are and what you're meant to do in the world, getting a little guidance that is actually verbally coming through Laurie or Glenn. So, all right, guys, I will
see you Saturday night.
See you tomorrow, if not sooner. Love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Uh,